Yay! Okay, so today I'm using the laptop because I wanted to look at the picture that I have on my phone. I kind of like how I have a wider view here. I don't know, we'll see. Let's change the lights a bit. There's really no way, like, unless I go live to like practice the lights. That's a no. That's better. Okay, let's try. Those look so dark. Really. All right, we're just going to go back to the first one. You know, I really try. I guess that's it. We're going to have, I don't know why this one has so much blue in it. Maybe that's better. La la la. I hope everybody is having a good Thursday. I'm sorry that I haven't been back or on for 2 weeks because my friend was in from Texas 2 weeks ago. And then last week I was sick. I actually started getting sick right before she went home. But yeah, so I had like a sinus thing going on. Let me find the look that I'm going to do today. I'm going to do like as close as I can, only because I'm not putting false lashes on. I'm great at putting them on other people, putting them on myself, not so much. So I'm like, yeah, we'll just skip it. But so you can't even see. What the hell? All right, well, there's close enough. It's, you know, the light purple eyeshadow, mauve lips, stuff like that. It was kind of like a 2000s homage to Marilyn. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me shift this out of the way here. There we go. So I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about. Work stuff, and I don't know. I've not done a lot of makeup looks or anything. Haven't really been going anywhere. Maybe it'll start getting busier. I was talking to my friend today, and we have a thing at our local casino where they have like live bands on Thursdays. And I know the last video that I made, I was like, I might be doing some of that. So I might not be doing Thursdays. But there's like, I don't know, not ones that we really want to see like now. So it's kind of like, oh, okay. But I'm not worried. I moved that a little closer. So I washed my face. I didn't put moisturizer on or anything because I'm like, I was like, if it was, what was it? If it was the Lucky video, maybe 2002-ish. So they really didn't do all of the things we did today. So I'm going with my Clarins Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch. My favorite primer in the entire world. And I'm just gonna, and you can probably hear the robins outside singing away. I was outside before, and then I got attacked by mosquitoes. Because, of course, as soon as it starts getting dark, they come out in droves. I debated doing another microneedling video, but I was like, really what I did on the first one is pretty much what I do anyway. Because I need to do mine again. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to worry about it. All right. So I want to, let's do, what do we got here, Brittany? The thing is about this look is her eyebrows. So like this and the color, I can't really match that because my eyebrows are darker. But I mean, the shape I can definitely try to do. So it kind of has got like a, not even just a Marilyn. I think it's more of like a mix of like Marilyn and then Madonna from the Material Girl video. So yeah. All right, let's get a brush. I'm just really like tired today. Shit. It's shit. But what are you gonna do? Okay, I don't have my foundation. I have like nothing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where things are. I don't know much. Oh, and I found it. Okay, here we go. So let's do the Wet n Wild Photo Focus matte. I haven't used this one in a while. I definitely need to get one of the Milani foundations that, or not Milani, I'm sorry, Mirabella foundations that we've been using at my job because I do really like them. Just haven't had a chance to get one yet, so. All right, we're gonna do what we normally do. Get my foundation. I wish I could zoom in. I need to practice this one time. I could zoom myself in, but it doesn't zoom in for you guys. That would be fun if I could, but I can't. Okay. Anyhow, this is what we're going to do. All right. I want to find a light brown eyeliner because I know a couple years ago I was using it and it actually covered like my whole eyebrows. I literally did think of, there's just brown. I literally did think of I can't talk today either, so don't mind me. The voice and the brain are not. See, what's going on is today, today's a really bad body pain day for me. So I've been very, very sore all day. Like my back is hurting. I think I have like a sciatica type of thing going on. Yeah, so I was going to just try and do like, I go to our mall and I get massages there because they have like a little place in there. And I was going to go there and just do like 15 minutes because I was like, well, I can like spare $15. But then when I got there and I looked at my little rewards card, I noticed that I had an extra rewards card and I was like, oh, where did this come from? So it actually had more punches on it. And I was like, that's cool. So I technically have a free massage. So why am I going to go for 15 minutes today? What is going on here? I did not look at that. I'm telling you, if you deal with like physical pain all the time, you know how it goes. It literally like drains your brain some days. Like you don't know who you are. You don't know what's going on. Sometimes I'm like, how am I even operating a like moving vehicle when I'm driving? But anyway, I looked at my little punch card and I had an extra one in my wallet somewhere else, which had like 4 more sessions that were marked on it. So I was like, oh my God, I have like a free, maybe 90 minutes. I don't know, at least 60-minute massage. So I was like, okay, well, that means I have to be in pain for like 2 more days and then I can go get my massage. So I was like, I'm not really mad about it, but it still sucks that I couldn't do it today. So anyway, but I did get some really good salmon, so I was glad about that. And I cooked it in my Pampered Chef air fryer because those are awesome. Hello, how are you, Matt? I hope you're doing well. All right, I can't find the light brown eyeliner anywhere, so that means I do have to buy one. So I have brown, medium brown. What's the difference between medium brown and brown? I can't even tell. Brown. Medium. Okay, medium brown's definitely darker. So we're just going to go with brown. That's what we're going to do because I can't mask this. All right, so hers. Okay, so her brow does this and comes down and then kind of goes up. Pretty much similar to what I do, but a little more pointy and sharp like the 1950s type brow. So let's get to it after I spent forever looking for a brow pencil. And now I'm like, where's my sharpener? Really, I'm like the best person to watch if you actually suffer from like ADHD. I was looking at something the other day. I can't remember what it said, but it like referenced something that I do. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. It's more than likely one of my many issues. Okay, so let's do, I'm going to do this trick that I actually saw online where they kind of take the pencil and then draw up and then down. So I think that's going to be our best bet. So we're going to start here and we want to make it very dramatic and then up to a point. So basically like you took a straight line from here and just went right up. Now, because brows are not the same on both sides, will I be completely even on both sides? Probably not. Now, if I did this on somebody else, it would be a totally different story because looking at somebody that way is a little bit different. But anyway, so I'm going to go. Yeah, because even this brow is a little different. So that's okay. All right, let's see how I did. Okay, I don't think that was too bad. I did get a little swoopy this way, but that'll get fixed. Okay, so then you come down to a very sharp point. So we're just doing like inspired. Obviously, I'm not her. I don't have the same hair color as her, so really I can't be exact. And I'm not bleaching my eyebrows. Although I did think about bleaching my eyebrows and I was like, no. Because when you bleach them and then they start to grow in, it looks super weird. Because then you have like blonde ones and dark ones and it's just like the weirdest thing ever. All right. I just want to, like, my main thing is I want to get that super sharp point. And my eyebrows are a mess too. I did not tweeze them last night. Okay. All right, good. And because I kind of want to adopt this particular color into my brows, I'm just going to cover darker hairs and then just bring this up. So how's everybody doing? If you're watching, I like to see comments or talk to me. Kids are out of school, so that's fun. I like having them home. Okay. I feel like that might not be dramatic enough for the brow. So we're going to have to do it a little more. Because in that picture, she was like this. And then you can really see that arch. And for me, it's not showing up. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is get my little spoolie. And then just soften this here. And then bring it up into that arch. Because that was like the part that was the most dramatic is the end. The front was a little more soft. And then if you see as I do this and then I comb it through, that middle part is kind of missing, but I could always go in with powder and then do that. But I still have that dramatic brow. So it's pretty much like you set up your foundation and then you go in and then finish it off. I will say one of the things that reminds me of the early 2000s, at least like 2001, 2002, as far as makeup goes, is this makeup. It's just a pastel purple with like a berry lip color. And L'Oreal had these amazing lipsticks, and I gotta look them up and see if I could find what they were called, but they weren't their normal like color riche or anything like that. They were something new, and they actually like, I think maybe the one that I had was like a fruit punch one, but they had like a purple that had like it smelled like berry, and then there was the fruit punch one that smelled like fruit punch. But even though they had those scents, they were still like actually really, really nice colors. You would think that makeup companies would kind of, because if the 90s are like, trending and stuff like that or whatever, like, why can't they go into the vault and then re-release things that they had those years ago? Like L'Oreal had a lot of cool stuff too. Like in the late 90s, they had this line called Streetwear, which was kind of, I want to say, their version of Urban Decay. But the stuff was like pretty good for the price. So I liked it. They had these really awesome eye pencils with like a darker side and a lighter side. So like they were like the fat eye pencils. So they had like a dark black, and then they had on the other end maybe a white. And they had, one of my favorites was a dark blue and then a very light pale shimmery blue on the other side. That one was one of my favorites. Just that pale like baby blue color. And the nail polishes were nice too. They weren't bad. I don't think I ever really used any of the lipsticks that they had. I don't remember having any of those. But I remember those sticks. They were the eyeliner sticks were my favorite. I think the brows turned out pretty cool. I just want to kind of soften a little bit. It's not way off base from what I normally do. Just like a smidge more dramatic. And taking the time doing this isn't going to be too bad, because literally like the rest of it, the eyeshadow and the face, is not going to take long. I was like, what am I going to do for this whole video? Because this makeup does not take long at all. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right. I'm not going to use an eyeshadow primer. I'm actually just going to use foundation. So I'm going to do, let's just do the same foundation that I did. I'm sure the makeup artist at the time had used eyeshadow primer, but did any of us use eyeshadow primer then? No. Hi, how are you? Thank you for coming in and joining me. I hope you're having a great night. Almost the weekend. It's almost the 4th, so yay. That reminds me, I'm going to have to stock up, buy some damn fireworks. The 4th of July is literally my favorite holiday. Although I'm proper and I don't say the 4th of July, so I'm just saying it now. But in general, I'm proper and I call it Independence Day. So that's how that goes for me. I forgot how soft this foundation is. It's interesting how it actually feels on your skin. For a drugstore foundation, it's really nice. You just want to make everything the same color. So your face, the same color as your eyelids. It was the time of, I almost literally went to CVS and bought the Maybelline, the Dream Matte Mousse. If I'm doing early 2000s, that's what I would take. I hope that I come off on the screen as a normal color. This happens to me at work too. So on my phone here, I look normal to myself, but then when I'm at work and I do videos and oh my back, I'm sorry. There we go. The lighting is weird, so then it makes me think that I look weird on screen. So, okay, let's see. All right, so let me look at her picture again because I have the idea in my head. But all right, so I know it's hard to see. I wonder if I turn this down. Better, I turn my brightness down. So if you see, that doesn't help. The purple that she has, it's just like a shimmery purple, and it kind of comes up, and then right here, she just has a little bit of a contour. So it's kind of the same idea as when I had done the Starlight makeup, but not as dramatic. So it's just a contour that kind of shoots up here to draw the eyes up this way. So the purple, I definitely have the perfect purple for it, or two kinds of purple, because I'm going to use two kinds of purple. But the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette, we have Take the Crown, which is a shimmery purple, and then Deviant here is another purple. So if you can't see it, I apologize. So I'm going to use my pinky finger because I don't have any little sponge applicators. So I was just like, we'll just have to deal with it. So I'm just going to use my pinky and then take the crown so I can get it all over my lid. So that's what we're going to do. I wonder if I could use, I hate using, I know a lot of people who do videos use hand mirrors, but for me what happens is when I'm starting to do things, my hand starts to shake and then I can't see in the mirror, but for this I'll try doing it either way. All right, so okay, on here, just so I can get my whole eyelid covered. All right, and then hers just focuses right up in this area. So I'm going to get this little blender brush here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace out that shape with the Deviant, which is the matte purple. Yeah, it gets out of work. So So I'm just going to go up here. That way, what happens is I have my area that I want to work in traced out, but I also still have like a little bit of a contour there because I am going to go right over this purple with the brighter purple. So if you can see, which I can't see, but I hope you can, I just went up kind of like a point in a way, like a point, but not really. I'm wondering if I should go a little bit more dramatic with it. I'm going to go a little more dramatic because I think she has bigger eyes than I do. So I'm going to start up here. Yeah. The screen adjusted, thank God. Like so bright, I couldn't tell and I couldn't see the colors. Now you can see the colors. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm gonna guess where it is. Because my eye area on this eye is flatter than this side, so we're just gonna go. Right, I can't use that mirror because it gets in my way, so we're gonna use this mirror for this. Yeah. Okay, let me reference the picture again. I still have this stupid phlegm, which is like so annoying. Okay, so it seems like she has like a different purple too, because she does have something in the inner corner that comes, if you could see that shimmer, I wish you could see it. Anyway, it comes up this way a little bit. So there's a different kind of like purple shimmer. I might throw some pink in there just to kind of figure it out more, but okay, so I'm going to go into the shimmery purple that I used on my finger, the Take the Crown, and now I'm going to go over what I did here because I want that shimmer effect, but the darker purple is there for dimension because it does not, in the picture, does not look like there is one purple color. It just looks like a deeper purple, but not really. Either way, it's going to be fun. So what do we got going on here, guys? Everybody just watching, having fun, watching me put some purple on. I freaking love this color purple. I used to also have a shirt that was like the same color. And then I would wear the purple eyeshadow with the purple shirt. Express used to have these awesome, gosh, I can't remember what they were called. They were just like a stretchy-ish t-shirt in the early 2000s, and it was a V-neck, and it was perfect because you can wear it with jeans, you could wear it with shorts, you could wear it with dress pants because I had to dress like business casual at work, so I would wear it with my dress pants all the time. And they were the best freaking shirts ever. Okay, so I'm just using this fluffy thanks. I'm using this fluffy brush. This is one of the Urban Decay ones. This one came with the ultraviolet palette. Ooh, that reminds me. I could probably get a color out of there. All I'm doing is everything that I put on, I'm just blending the edges out. So then that shimmer purple kind of just goes where you need it to go. Eyebrows are fucking wreck. That's okay. Because you know what? It's summertime. So Yeah. All right, where's that ultraviolet? Ta-da! As for, yeah, maybe, the purples are too dark, but I think that this color will work for that contour-y type color. So let's do that. I was thinking that there might be, this lucid color's, God. I love this color. It's not going to work in this look though. Although, you know what? Maybe I could do an updated version and just put it on the inner area because like, I love this color so much. It's just like, you remember, if you ever had like holographic stickers and stuff and that really, really light, like mint-ish, but like lime green color in like holograms, that color was just like, man. And then this is it. So I think that might work. Okay. Anyway, let me go and do, I'm going to take this one, which is Hacked. And then we're just going to do that little bit of contour right here. And we're going to go up. And it's a little darker than it appears in the photo. But on the same hand, a lot of times if you go with what you think that it looks like in photos, it's not going to show up. So that's why, like, a lot of times, you know, I'll have people come to me and, you know, they'll be like, I just want a natural look. And you'll get it. But on the same hand, if you want it to show up in photos, it definitely won't look like you have makeup on. So if that's what you're going for, that's cool. But if you want to look like you have even a little bit of makeup on, you have to go at least 2 shades darker than what you're comfortable with, like in normal life. And if I take pictures and this ends up like not looking good, then I can always just tone it down. And that's the trick too, is, you know, you do a makeup look and if you think, hey, this looks good, then you might want to just take a picture and see, because sometimes then it'll look like you don't have any makeup on at all. Okay, I'm just going to buff that out just to kind of blend it a little bit better, but I'm sticking to that going up type of motion. Thank you. You know, it's not really too bad of a day. It's a pretty okay day. Work went well. I got some Chinese food. It was chilly today, though. I mean, it was, gosh, if it was March and it was 65, I'd be like, this is so warm. But it's June. So I was cold. I had flip-flops on when I went to get my Chinese food. And then I was like, thank God I had my like fuzzy winter boots at work because my feet were freezing. And then like the air conditioning was on in work and I was so cold and I had those on and I had my sweater on. My boss walks in the door and I'm like all bundled up and I'm like, I'm freezing. It was very cold and it was just gloomy. So, okay, let's see. I'm just looking at her eyeliner. Okay, it looks like she actually then has like a little bit of a smoky eye going on too. So we'll do that. I'm going to add that lucid color because I kind of, like I said, I just love that color and I'll do like a little bit of a different version-ish. So I'm just going to get this poofy brush and just right here. It probably won't even show up in pictures. So I'm kind of like just putting it there for the shimmer effect and for me. Like you can see it a little bit. It looks a little green, but I like it. And that's what I'm going to do. All right. Okay, so since she has, it kind of goes all the way across. So I'm going to just start with a very skinny line. And where is my liquid liner? I like this NYX liner, this fat one, a lot. Okay, so this is that's the point. Because it's like a marker, and then you could just kind of go across and like stamp it. So hopefully you can see me do it. I'm going to just move this mirror here. And I'm going to stay very, very skinny here and then kind of draw it out. So we're kind of like going for a cat eye, but we're not doing a wing. So that's pretty much the idea here. Okay. So a very, 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 very thin line. I'm just going to work from this eye to the other eye, just so I can try and keep it even as I can. Okay. Because you really don't need that much on the inner corner just to give you that, like, the teeniest, thinnest line, like it gave you that dimension. Okay. Hey, Daniel. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it. I definitely try my best. It's my favorite thing to do. And two of my favorite things to do, talk and do makeup. I mean, there we go. So now I'm going to take us, and I'm just going to stay with being skinny. And I'm going to stay right next to the lash line. So with this is cool, you can just press it. And a lot of liquid liners, you have to keep pressing them. And they also have a very skinny tip. So if you have shaky hands, like, you know, like with my conditions and stuff, I get shaky hands sometimes. Or sometimes I drink too much coffee and my hands aren't that steady. So having a thinner tip on, just for example, like, let's say you use the liner like this. Now this tip, it's bendy. And if you press a little too hard, there it goes, and then it's crazy. Whereas with this one, it bends, but it doesn't really bend. Like, you really have to press because it has such a fat end. So it's really nice if like I said, if you have shaky hands or if you're not that experienced, and then you can just kind of like press it where you need to go. So I'm just going to close my eye and not talk. So just pressing and lightly dragging right next to the lash line. Now, when you get to this part of your eye, it gets really hard because you can't angle your arm to get in there and do whatever. So all you have to do is turn the tip this way and then work backwards. So then you just I just have to turn my head a bit. And use that fat tip and then come up and go backwards. Yeah, it's true. So there, I just did that little bit of line. Now, if you notice on the top of my eye, it looks flat because it just needs to kind of be rounded a little bit more. So I'm just going to round that a bit more. And the same thing, you could even press it and drag it down. So now I rounded that out so it's not as flat. I just want to, that's kind of bothered me, but if it bothers me later, I'll figure it out. Okay, I'm going to go back on this side. We're going to do this side. You might not be able to see because I'm going to try, but I got to like, this side might be easier for you to see me doing the reverse. All right. And then I'm going to turn it around like I said. Yeah, this way will be a lot easier for you to see. And then just start down here and drag it up. There. So you don't have to do the whole thing at once. If you feel intimidated, you could just take it in steps. So I have that line that she has going on here, but now that fatter side. So see, we have the little bit. Now we just have to draw it up a little bit and out and down. So like I said, it's kind of like a cat eye, but not really. And then it kind of looks like there's a little bit of black shadow that's blended just a little bit into the purple. So I'm going to take this again and turn it around this way. And then we're just going to go opposite and just a little higher than that original line. And then once I get to the middle of my eye, so we got it a little bit fatter. So you just start a little bit, do the little bit of a line, and then just build on top of it. So everything that you do builds on top of the next thing. You're not having to worry about, oh my God, I have to draw this line and then this fat line and do everything all at once. And then the more you do it, I'm trying to talk. I can't talk. I gotta stop for a sec. Well, the more you do it, then the better you get. I mean, it's just like anything. So when somebody says to me, I can't do makeup, I'm like, well, what do you want to do? What do you think would look best on you? And if you don't ever say can't, you know, you'd be surprised at what you can get yourself to do if you just kind of put your heart into it. All right, I think that's cute. And like I said, she doesn't really have like a cat eye going on. It's more of the whole dramatic out this way a little bit and then up this way. And then she has a very, very thin line underneath. Okay. I mean, I think as far as like a base goes, I think that's pretty good. So let's do that. And take a sip of my drink, drag my smoke. What did I see? People were posting something about like jewel pods again, like stuff getting removed and whatever. It's stupid. But anyway. All right. So for the dark, let's go into the Naked Smokey. I'm going to use this one here, Black Market. I've not used Urban Decay palettes in quite some time. I use my Jeffree Star ones like all the time. Years ago, I was always using my Urban Decay ones. So what is on? I'm like, why is this not sitting straight? Yeah, because you're on the Beauty Blender. All right. And do I have a tissue? I don't know. I got to bring a roll of paper towels up here again. I have to buy paper towels. That reminds me. I'm like, oh, buying toiletries like never ends. It is always easier to do things when your heart is in it. And, you know, even if it's something that's difficult, like, you're just like, when you're doing it, you're like, hey, that was kind of sucky and it was like rough. But on the same hand, like, I wanted to do it, and that was kind of like the other day I auditioned for The Voice, and so many people are like, I could never do that. I could never do that. I could never do that. Well, when you say I could never do that, like, what is that telling? What are you telling yourself? You're telling yourself, I could never do that. No, it's like, just do it. Like, Who cares? And that was also like not in person. So, all right, I'm going to stop that. I just got this teeny little smudger brush with some black on it. Like, it wasn't in person. There was nothing to be embarrassed about. You're literally in your own house recording a video. But I mean, I get it. You know, everybody has their comfort zone. But I really feel like so many... Okay, just so I could stop for a little bit. So you see what I'm doing here? I'm blending this out, but I'm bringing it up. So I did not bring that whole cat eye-ish look up with the liquid liner. I did it with the shadow. I think a lot of people, once they get older, they get so comfortable in just like mundane activities. But on the same hand, so see when I look like that, when you look like this, it looks a little different. So it's all drawing your eye up. But then you can't sit and complain like everything sucks, blah, 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 blah. You know, like things in my life are shit. When you're literally the one that's sitting home and being mundane and boring. Like, do something about it then, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, really? Sometimes people just need friends to just like shake things up. Or, you know, your significant other to shake things up in your life and be like, yo, let's do something different. Let's like be fun and exciting. So many people hit like 40 years old and then they just like stop. Like, you're not 90. You're literally going to live like next 40 years the same exact way. What? Does not compute. So there's that. And if you look how it is, it's like a cat eye, but a little bit higher. So it still raises your eye up a bit. This is what I used to do all the time. And I know if you've watched me and hear me talk about the magazine days, well, you know what? Those were the best days. So I don't care. But I would just look at tutorials, or not even tutorials. I'm saying tutorials, and I mean photos. I would just look at editorial. I would look at editorial photos and just recreate the makeup look just by looking at it. They were the best days. Man, I used to love them so much. I wanted to work at one. That would have been like a dream come true. I was seeing something online about how the difference between like even writers now, the difference that they get paid now compared to years ago, like for submissions, and it's just absolute trash. Like, it's the amount that writers get paid for submissions to things is just fucking garbage, because I don't know, there's so many different ways of doing things. There's so many outlets. You could just do things on your own. So I mean, like, you know, you're going to write an article, and then years ago you might get paid $500, and you know, today you're going to get paid like $30. It's weird, because people can just voice their opinions, you know, on like Twitter, and you don't have to write articles. You don't have to actually have a journalism degree, which is cool in a way, but there's like no balance. It's strange. I think that looks pretty good. I mean, again, I do not have, people say like, oh, you look like Britney Spears sometimes. And I'm like, I could try, but I don't. All right, where's my phone? Yeah, I think that turned out pretty good. Let's see. Okay. She has a little bit of a highlight under her brow bone. So I'm just going to go in with, this one is called 13 from the Naked Smokey palette. And I'm just going to do this. Thank you, Daniel. Daniel also joins in on myself and Ryan, who is Legion Games. I forget his numbers on the end. But on Saturdays, we're starting to now do it on my channel on Saturdays at 8 p.m. So we do like a little talk show, talk about current events, different things, random stuff. So come and visit us. All right, where is my concealer? All right, so let's go in. I'm done with this part of the eyes. Give me a second here. Concealer, I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match. This is the N1 to 2. I'm going to do the old school way. I'm going to put it on my finger. I think whatever's going on with me too is like some sort of allergies, which sucks. Because it's like it just gets all up in your, like under your eyes, and it makes you tired, and it's all sinus crap. It's just, for the end of June, it's like ridiculous to be sick. But I mean, at least it's nice outside, so there's kind of a trade-off. Last week when it was nice, actually I think Monday I got to lay outside in the sun a bit. And then people are always like, watch out being in the sun. And I'm like, I do watch out. Like, I don't sit out there for 3 hours and torch myself. Maybe be out there for like 20 minutes, and then I get hot, and then I go under my umbrella, and then I'm okay. And then all this discoloration comes out in my skin. It's kind of a combination of sun damage, and then also when you are a woman and you get pregnant and have kids, you can develop melasma. Oh no. Let me tell you, last year I had burned like nobody's business because it was right before Memorial Day, and I was like, it's only 70 degrees. I don't need to put anything on and I'll be fine. Well, let me say, I got torched bad. So I will never ever do that again. I will even use like, what is the stuff that I have now? I think it's like Sunbum, but it's like 15 SPF. Like, it's at least some sort of SPF in it. It's way better than none. So, yeah, it was like blisters on my stomach. I still had a tan line this year on my lower stomach because the swimsuit that I had in the beginning of the year last year had like a higher waisted bottom, and then it cut off like my stomach line, and I was just like, I couldn't get rid of it, and then just like made my stomach look fatter, and I was like, what the hell? So yeah, Okay, I'm doing this here. And then I'm going to do my mascara. Because I don't like doing, I know maybe I explain things too much, but what if somebody new watches? So I always talk like I'm like teaching people. Yeah, I know. And everybody said like pollen counts like crazy and stuff like that. So, but I do not put my mascara on after I do my forehead because even though I do not really have that many lines, when you put foundation on and you go like this, then it creases it and you get lines. So when I put my mascara on, I don't want to make a face and then crease the foundation I did. So, and then, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Let me see if I can find that stuff I wanted to find. Because I was like, oh, if I'm not going to do false lashes, I'll use this lash primer, but I don't know where it is. So going in with my normal Ever Whiplash mascara, which I need to get a new one. I have to message my friend and tell her I need to order one if she's putting an order in because it's starting to get old and it's not working as well as it should. Okay, so I did one coat on that. I'm going to this one. I just really believe that if you have a very good mascara formula and you're proficient in application, you don't need false eyelashes. I mean, I get the draw, but I also feel like, yeah, I know I did post my sad sunburn. I know what I said, and I was like, when you challenge the sun god Ra, like, this is what he does to you. But back to what I was saying, I think when you're proficient in mascara application, in general, you won't need false eyelashes. But it's all a personal preference too, and some girls like it. I've seen the whole new thing where it's kind of like the eyelashes are so long that like you can't even see their eyes. So like I could tell this mascara is old too because it doesn't lengthen as much as it should. I mean, it's okay, but like this girl is like this, and I'm like, okay, but how can you drive like that? Like, how can you drive like this? That is not, that cannot work. Like, it's impossible. Can't drive like that, ladies. Cannot. There's no way. There's no way. This is why you're all bumping curbs, because you got big ass eyelashes on that you can't see. Like, I can't drive with a hoodie on. I can't see anything. You're all out there driving with these crazy eyelashes. I have a fuzz on my face. I'm sorry, but I can feel like any tiny like hair or fuzz on my face and it will make me insane. All right, I think I got it. I hope I did. I think this is looking super cute. I mean, does it look exactly like the Britney stuff? No, but I mean, I'm a different person. Oh, I'm sure that my son's girlfriends will say that to him too. I say that he stole my eyelashes. So, all right. So let's see what else we got. I don't really think she had any like contouring going on. Maybe a little bit. Underneath, so it looks like she has just a tight black line, and I can see a little bit of that purple under there, so we're gonna do that. She might have a little bit black inside the waterline, which is that lower right here in your eye. Me personally, I don't do that because it makes my eyes way, way, way smaller. So let me try back to this here, and then we're just going to take it and just try and just do the teeniest little line. So I have to go under my eyelashes and then press it. That'll work. It works. Yay! Okay. And then the opposite. So I did it this way, but when I go in the inner corner, I'm going to turn it this way so then we can press it this way. Just to get the thinnest line. Okay, so it kind of drug down a little bit there, but not bad. But if you look, if I were to put this in the inside of my waterline, it would have made my eyes look way, way smaller. But look at how much bigger this made my eyes look. So it's kind of like what I do on a normal basis, but just a little bit different. We just want to connect this right here. I think that looks super cute. Okay, we're going to go in on this side. I don't have to make this face doing my right eye. Thanks, Matt. But my left eye, I'm always like... And I'm hardly pressing with this. I'm literally just lightly tapping right next to my lashes. So you don't have to press with this. You don't have to drag it. It just does like a lot of the work for you. And because it's literally like a magic marker, it has a big enough tip that you don't have to draw so much. Okay, and I just got to do this one a little bit more here. I also have eyelashes inside here. So I've noticed, I don't know if they Photoshop them out, but I've noticed a lot of girls like don't have them, but I grow them there. So like it's hard for me to make a straight line if you actually have eyelashes growing in the inner corner of your eye. All right, and then, all right, I think that's good. Let's see. And then my left eye is actually my more like round eye. If you notice, you could see. I know people tell me I'm crazy. They're like, your eyes aren't different. And I'm like, yes, they are. I want to just make this just a little darker here just to try and match up to the left one. Okay, I think that's good. No, it's not. Okay, better. See, I always do this. That's what happens when you're a freaking perfectionist, dude. I know. There are very, 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 very few people in the world that actually have like even disbursement in their facial features. So, all right. I'm going to clean up just that inner area because you guys can't see it, but I can see it. There's just like a little bit because of the hairs that I have there. All right, and then before I do my shadow underneath, I'm just going to I have this tiny, tiny little guy here. I want to get more of these Bravon Cosmetics. I really like their products. It's just, as far as purchasing them goes, it's like not a good time. So I got this as a sample. Oh my gosh, I don't even know, December, of their powder. And I really like it. I've been sparingly using it. All right, so there's that. And then she has a little bit of the shimmery purple, but it also looks like the darker purple. So I'm going to do the same idea that I did up here, but a little bit different. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this tiny little brush guy here, and I'm going to go into the Deviant, which is the matte purple. And we're going to go right along the black all the way. So if you notice the difference from here to here. Okay, and then we're going to go into the shimmer and then do the same thing. All right, not bad. I think it looks cute. Like I said, is it exactly the same? No, but I mean, I'm not her, so, you know. All right, let me look at the blush color. I'll do a slight contour, and it looks more like, oh, and she's got a little mole. She moved her mole down here, but I'm not going to do that. Well, she doesn't have one. Thank you. She doesn't have a mole, but she did the Maryland type thing, but it's down here. I'm not going to do that because I already have one. And she doesn't have one, so she just made one. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that looks bad. And notice I was like, there's something missing. And so they did take a little bit of like, see that here? Look at that. That little contour right up here above that. There was something missing. I knew it. Okay, so I'm going to take this little blender brush and I'm going to go into, what is this? Slanted. So this is a shimmery gray. It's going to be a different color than the purple, but it's going to give me some sort of definition. And since her eyes are shaped a little different, I'm going to do mine about here. And we're just going to drag that in. It's just that little bit that makes a difference in that eye shape. And I knew there was something missing and I couldn't figure out what until years ago when I would read magazines, I would have hours to stare at one picture. I do not have that now. All right. So I'm taking it from the tip of that like high wing that I did. Yeah, I totally would. There's just a friend of mine in a group chat on Twitter that found this picture, and it was on a post. And then they were like, I thought this was you. And then I was like, that would be a look that I could do for my live. Yeah, I would totally do one of her looks. I was obsessed with the Oops, I Did It Again look and that song and everything. Worked at Sam's Club when that song came out. And if you guys, anybody remembers back in the day at Sam's Club, like the AV area would like rival Best Buy. So like they had the stereos, TVs, and there's always like music videos playing and music blasting on all the stereos and stuff. And I'd be like walking around helping customers, and then that video would come on. It was like, yeah, here's me in my little blue vest, Britney. Wish I was you dancing around like that. All right. So if you notice, see, there's just that little bit of dimension that needed to be added. So I did that. Okay, let's do, going back with my foundation. I'll do my forehead. The only thing that sucks is with this discoloration I have on my forehead, like even when I put foundation on, it ends up popping out, but whatever. I mean, I said to my one friend, I'm like, am I going to be mad at it anymore? No, because it's just my face. It's just how my face looks in summer. Like, if somebody doesn't like it, don't fucking look at me. Like, right? Like, seriously, I don't know. I do not know what to tell you. If you're going to pick on, like, if you're going to pick on something that somebody has that's like basically a condition, like, then there's something wrong with you, not that person. People need to, like, get the fuck over themselves. I'm using, this is a Diamond Eyes brightening powder from Brave On. This is actually the first thing I bought from them. The only thing, because they do give you a shit ton of samples if you ever order from them, like crazy samples. It's awesome. But this stuff is wonderful. I've seen this on the market way before anyone else's, like pink powders, purple under eye powders, anything like that. This is something that I had seen way before that. I've been using this for years. So I'm just going to go and touch this up here. All right. Let's do the little mole. I'm like, where's my brown eyeliner? I put them all up here. Like I said, I'm just going to stick with doing mine in my normal place. Okay, let's look at her blush color. I think I have the perfect one. I don't know if they sell these anymore and they're super old and I really don't care. I think I don't know if Westmore sells blush anymore. They might. If they don't, I know they have like this stick blush now that like goes with your skin tone, but these are old as hell. I've had these for quite a few years and you know what? They don't bother me. If your stuff gets rancid, throw it out, but if not, like, the throwing out is a suggestion. But this is their double feature blush. This is the nude mauve. It's more pink than it looks on screen. Let me get my brush. Where's my fun blush brush? Where did you go, dude? Where did you go? I don't know. Oh, I don't need that yet. Anyway, I'm sorry. Contour. We're going to use the Makeup Revolution Roxasaurus. Mine's really beat up. I'm going to mix these two colors and we're just going to kind of just, this would be like a quick everyday type of thing. Yeah, you're right. You know, and that's what I was saying. Like, there's a lot of products out there that they don't make anymore. But, I mean, I get it. Things change, you know. But I really think that bringing some new things back a lot of times helps. Listen, if bringing new things back helps fast food companies, don't you think, or I'm sorry, bringing old things back helps fast food companies, don't you think that bringing old things back for makeup companies, especially if you're trying to keep up with trends and if people are like 90s this and early 2000s this, like it would totally make sense to actually bring those particular products back. Duh. If Taco Bell can bring Mexican pizza back, L'Oreal can bring the streetwear collection back. Bet. Okay. All right. I know that she hadn't had her nose contoured in this, but you know what? Even though it was early 2000s, and maybe she did. Do you know if she did? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. All right, so let's do a little bit of blending. That turned out super awesome today. The one day I was looking at a video of myself and I was like, holy hell, I was like, my nose actually contoured like nicely what is this? It doesn't happen often because I have my grandfather and my mom's nose where it like kind of stops here and then comes out just a smidge. But I also have a deviated septum here. So we'll do some highlight just because. So I'm going to take this Milani one. I don't know if they even sell this any longer. The only reason I'm doing this is because photos. And I did that a lot because we want to emphasize that area. Oh, there's my blush brush. And yeah, because I don't do highlight that's so crazy that it's going to take away from the aesthetic of the look. So that's okay. All right, and we're going to blend you. We're almost done. Woo! And the forehead. It's okay. I've got a Sicilian nose, so that's where mine comes from. That's where my grandfather got his from. All right, blush. Back to the Westmore Beauty. This Ever brush is my favorite. I'm gonna go, and it just goes right on your cheek, like so nice. And you could use it in different directions for different effects, which is cool. And then this one, she had like, it was like blush, 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 blush. That's true. I got a bit different. I'm not just Italian, but I think it also depends on what qualities like come out in you more. So I don't know if there's much Polish quality that comes out in me. I'd say mostly my German and Italian qualities come out. I'm just softening this because it kind of just went on a little too hard in these particular areas. All right, and then lips. Let's see what we have. And then we'll be done. And then I'll just kind of do my hair on my own. Okay, so she's got a pointy but mauve-y, and then all right, so let's see what I got. I don't know if I have a lip liner that color. Or a lip color up here that's similar. Because you know what I end up doing? I'll do my lips and then I take my lipsticks with me. And this may work. Maybe. I'm going to use this lip brush. Let's see. What have I got in here? This might work. I don't know. Is it too red? I have one. I have one. It's a Bravon one that might work. Oh, yes. This is one of the samples that Bravon actually gives you when you order. Like I ordered one thing and I got all these samples, and then like this is an example of a lipstick sample. A sample that this company sends you. This will last months. So this one I think would be a really good choice for today. This is the Moto Matte Moisture Lipstick in Magical Mauve. Oh, I needed a mauve. I'm going to use this, and then just for the gloss, because it's a little bit of a shimmer. This is old, but it's, I don't even know if Urban Decay makes this anymore. I think I got this as a sample, a Hi-Fi Shine lip gloss. So what I'm going to do to get that look, because she has the darker outside and the lighter inside. I'm going to do it opposite. I'm not going to line first. I'm going to put this. This is like a, I don't remember, Auraline Beauty. So if you were doing like selling makeup at my job, we were looking into this line first. So I'm just doing the inside area. Okay, so we got the little bit of the inside there. And now I'm going to use the darker color to do the lining outside. I have some very bright pink on here, so I'm just going to wipe it off on my hand. Okay. I'm going to get this lid because I want to get like a blob of this lipstick, kind of. Yeah, I don't want to work with that much product. So I just kind of just put it in the lid. All right, so I'm going to get it on my little brush. I love this brush. I got these brushes from Big Lots. The girl at Big Lots was like, these brushes are amazing. And then they weren't that amazing. All right, hold on, because this one side is up higher than the other, and I'm kind of like, meh. And then down. Okay. Just want to get that inner area drawn out. Okay, here we go. And she has like a point going on, so we're going to do that. So we're going at the same angle that we did the eyebrows this way, and we did this way. So it's basically, if you think about it, it's geometry. Just all matching up those angles. Okay. And then this one. I hope you can see it. Like I said, I hate that I can't see what is going on the screen. It just needed to be a little darker. I think that looks pretty even. I need a little bit more. Then I'll have to do my hair after this, but I'll let you guys go while I do that. At least I don't have work tomorrow. I mean, it sucks that I don't have work tomorrow, but on the same hand, I'm kind of like, it'll be nice to have the day with my kids. I have this app on my phone, and you can identify animals and plants and stuff. And my son was like, can't you do this on your app? And I was like, hell yeah, I can. And we've been meaning to since like last week to go across the street because the neighbor said there's a lot of weird plants over there. I can't go when it's dark. So when I get home, if it's kind of dark, like it's not going to scan them. And I was like, buddy, well, I screwed this up. It's not as pointy as her lip, but her lips are overdrawn. I'm just trying here. So anyway, I said today I got home a little later. It's not going to work But tomorrow it's on because I will be home during the daytime and we can scan some plants and animals and shit. Like if you are on my Twitter, you know, my Instagram, stuff in my stories, like, oh, thank you, TJ. I love this time of year. I love like plants and animals and the birds are singing outside. Like everything's alive. Winter, everything's just dead and just, I mean, Christmas, you got Christmas and stuff. But yeah, but I mean, this time of year, I got fireworks and birds. Like, what else do you want? Okay, so I'm going to go in with this and gloss it all up. A lot of times I like look at the makeup look and I'm like, ugh. But then once I get the hair done, then I'm like, oh, there it is. So, but it's hard to have the hair already done. And in real life, do I do my hair first? Absolutely not. Because, I don't know. I just don't. But let's take a look. I had like makeup remnants on my phone. So like I said, I didn't have the false lashes on. I mean, obviously I'm not the same person, but so we got, I think close, huh? Thank you. Okay, I'm going to turn my curling iron on and finish up the rest. I think looking at myself in the mirror and I get like distracted from the colors in the screen. I have to remind myself maybe to watch. I don't like watching myself, so I won't look after. Well, all right, hold on, Daniel. Let me pull it out. I don't know what one I want to do. I know what you're talking about. All right, let me think. It's been a little bit. Oh, okay. Well, if this is from the Lucky video, then early morning, she wakes up, knock, knock, knock on the door. It was kind of crabby because my voice is still shitty, but it's time for makeup, perfect smile. It's who we're all waiting for. So my voice isn't perfect. If it was better, then if my voice was better, then it would be better. But yeah, that's what it is. All right, I'm going to go. Thank you, everybody who stopped by. Thank you, everybody who will watch the replay. I super, super appreciate you guys joining me. And I hope to see you again next week. And maybe we'll thanks. Well, thanks. Yeah, the sinusy stuff, it's not up to my standards. But again, didn't I not say I was a perfectionist? So that was it. Thanks. All right, I will see you guys next week. I'll have to think of something then beforehand. Most of the time I just think of something that day. But this one kind of worked out pretty good. So if anybody has any ideas, I know Daniel, you mentioned doing more Britney looks, so I definitely would love to do it. I wouldn't want to do it back to back, but if anybody has any other looks that you've seen on people that maybe even think I look like whatever. I had a friend of mine say like, "Do you know you look like Anna Paquin?" I'm like, "I've heard that." So yeah. So I'm gonna go. Thank you again. I super, super, super appreciate everybody's support. And I'm going to do my hair and then I will be posting my photos online. So I do impressions sometimes. All right. Good night. Have a great weekend. Bye. Oh, and see you Saturday. So have a great weekend, but also come and visit me and Ryan on Saturday night on my channel. All right. Good night.